Okay, so this is driving up the street. I'm 0.4 miles from the high school. This is a cul-de-sac. It's got 1, 2, 3 homes on it. There's a home back here. There's a view. And there's a view behind this house. So I started at one edge of the lot. This shed is actually the edge of the lot. It's on the property. So here's this other house. So this is the very edge of the property. Not even sure what direction it is. It looks like there was a driveway right here. So this, where this shed is, and then down is where they're proposing would be a good place for the garage. So, you know, the shed is, I'm guessing, a quarter of the size of a garage, and it would have 2 stories. So the hope would be that the second story would provide you the view of what's beyond this house. That's really where the view is. So it would have to be set off a little bit from there, but approximately where this shadow is, that would all be garage. Okay, so then you're spinning around. This is all the lot. You can see down there at the bottom, you can see the road. It drops off pretty steep over there, but there's a decent size that's not flat, but buildable, they said. So you can see the fence. So then that's the other neighbor. You can see the trailer, and then there's a pile of wood, and the house is way over there. There's a decent distance between any neighbor. So I'm walking then. There, it looks like there was actually some kind of a driveway put in here. So then the house would be in this area. It has to be 25 feet back, and I'm approximately 25 feet back from the road, which is up there. So there you can see the edge of the lot. You can build up to 7.5 feet from the lot line. So that would be about right here. There's the water that's already there, the water meter, so that would be good to hook up to the side of the house. So then the house would, you know, sit somewhere in this area, running straight down here. You'd have to remove probably some of these trees in here, some or all, which can be more fees too, from what I understand. You can kind of see it starts to drop off some more. And then I'm imagining the house would probably come down to about here. So it'd be nice to save this big tree. It's like an olive tree. So you can kind of see where it drops off. So straight ahead to the left of the shed, there's a nice flat area with a little clearing. Again, this is next to that other house with the station wagon now. But right over here was where I was thinking you would come. You know, your walkout would be here, because this is where it starts to, you can't see, but it starts to drop off right here. It's pretty steep right there. But they can fix that, he said. You know, they can do anything with the slope. So over here, you can kind of see the house right there. So the lot then, if you see this big slope, the lot goes, slopes down this way, all the way down to the road. So this is a nice, pretty flat area for pool, deck, you know, something. Because the garage would not come down this far. The garage would be, you know, up there. The lot kind of takes a left-hand turn. And this shed can be moved, obviously. So I am on the lower part of the lot, then looking up. So now you can see that shed. So that would be the area where the garage would be, and then the house would pick up over here. And you can see that fence over there, straight ahead, that's across the street. So there's the trailer again. And then here's the slope. Right here is where it starts to get pretty slopey. And then that you can see like right through here, off the, right there is the road. And then, so beyond the road, it goes down. It just keeps going down. And again, back to where I thought would be a good patio area. So I'm kind of standing where you would, you know, maybe transition out from the house. So I think if some of these trees were selectively removed, that beyond there, I think, is a pretty beautiful canyon. You know, maybe not $1 million view, but a $500,000 view. So again, so that's the side of it, and it kind of disappears off the cliff. I'll try to walk up to about where, sorry, I'm trying to walk and do this. So you can kind of see that fence right there is the lot line. And it, you know, so it goes down the hill that way. I don't know if you can see a perspective, but just beyond that fencing is, you couldn't do anything with that. That goes down to the road. And so you can kind of see how it drops off. There's some hole, I think they said they tried to do some kind of a septic thing or something. The guy said it doesn't matter how much it costs, it's always better to go on sewer. So now there's the road again, right through there. Oh, and that's good. Here's the train that goes through Auburn. And I guess somebody was going to buy this before, and they heard the train. And then they didn't buy it. But the train is, the train is right by the high school, so it's a half mile away. So I think anywhere you buy in Auburn, you're going to hear the train. Okay, so then there's another, like right here is another septic-y thing that they tried to do. It would have to be filled back in, he said. So now I'm kind of at the bottom of the lot, and I would be standing at the very edge of what I would consider to be, you know, outdoor space. So you can see up in the corner there, right there, is that first shed, and then this would be, you know, wherever that could need to go or just be going away. But you can see the slope up. It's probably better this way. Like, yeah, that's a big hole, and that would get filled in with, I'm imagining, this dirt. So this would probably be all, again, outdoor area. That's why I said there might be enough area for a pool. So this is kind of a gentle slope. You can see the fence again, like right over there. There's a big tree stump. And then this way there's the road down there. So it's an interesting little shape. That might give you a little better perspective. So up here, let's see, up here is across the road. And then there's a drop off, but they would move and do whatever. Most of this area, I would think the garage would probably come up, you know, maybe halfway there. They'd have to fill that up, because that shed is only about, I don't know, 10 or 12 feet deep. And our garage would be 20 or 24 feet deep. But so then the house would sit, somewhere here, and it would come out this way and go over this way and fill in that area. And again, there's that tree that I said maybe could stay. So then, you'd have a little bit of a sloped yard, and then you'd have all of this area, which is pretty flat, which is next to this house, for some kind of a, patio, fireplace, whatever. And then, so where I'm standing, if you go up 2 stories, the hope would be that you would get a view of the canyon. So maybe it's long and redundant, but I don't even know if it'll send. But that's my little tour.